Come on, guys. Let's now solve question number 17 from our CA Foundation September 2024 RTP. On accounting, obviously. This question is on bonus issue. Let's start reading. Following is the extract of balance sheet of Gold Star Limited as at 31st of March 2024. Please don't waste any time reading this balance sheet extract. Scroll down to read the data given below. On 1st of April 2024, what's happening? Company decided to capitalize its reserves. That's obviously bonus issue. They're told of bonus. Okay. At the rate of 2 shares for every 5 equity shares held. How many shares are giving as bonus? We are giving 2 shares as bonus for every 5 shares held. If they have 5, we will give 2. See how many shares are there in the balance sheet. There are 2,70,000 equity shares. Identify the ratio and start with the reserves and start utilization. See here. If we have 5 shares, they will give 2 shares. If we have 5 shares, they'll give 2 shares. There is how many shares in the balance sheet? 2,70,000. Please do 2,70,000 shares into 2 divided by 5. 1,08,000 shares are to be given as bonus. Let me write here. Reserves required is 1,08,000 shares into rupees 10 per share. That is 10,80,000. What reserves do we have? We should begin with CRR. Have a look. Do we have CRR? Yes, I have CRR. I will take CRR 1,20,000. Let me write CRR 1,20,000. After I utilize my CRR of 1,20,000, then I should go to security premium. There is security premium. They have told collected in cash. Even if they don't mention, I am going to assume that it is collected in cash. So this 1,20,000 will become 0. This 75,000 will also become 0 because I am utilizing it in full. If I use security premium and CRR in full, still the total comes to 1,95,000. What I need is 10,80,000. I'll go to the next reserve. What's the next one? Capital reserve. Capital reserve is not there. So I will go to general reserve. General reserve is available to the extent of 3,60,000. I'll utilize full 3,60,000. Shall I? Let me write here general reserve 360. Quickly take the total 360 plus 180, 480. 480 plus 75, 525. 525 minus 10,80,000. No, not 555 minus 10,80,000. How much more do we need? We need 5,25,000 more. Do we have so much in P&L? Oh yeah, P&L we have 6 lakh. You should remember instantly that out of 6 lakh, we have utilized 5,25,000. So 75,000 of our P&L account will remain and come in balance sheet, whereas general reserve, CRR and security premium will become 0. Out of 6 lakh, we used 5,25,000. 75,000 of P&L will appear in balance sheet. However, CRR, security premium and general reserve will become 0 in the balance sheet. Understood? Let's write the entry with CRR 120, security premium 75, general reserve 360 and P&L 525. Shall I? Yes, sir. Observe the journal entry. CRR 120, security premium 75, general reserve 360, P&L account 525. This is what we wrote in the working note. 2 bonus to shareholders 10,80,000. That is 10,800 shares of rupees. 10,800 shares, no, of rupees 10 each. 10,800, oh, sorry, 1,08,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Yeah, after that, I will write bonus to shareholders account debit to equity share capital 10,80,000, 10,80,000. By this, our bonus issue journal entries are over. All that we need to do after this is prepare balance sheet extract because they've told us to pass journal entries and also prepare the extract of balance sheet after bonus issue. Shall we? Yes, sir. To begin with, I have authorized capital, which I'll write later. The reason being, if in case authorized capital exceeds the paid up capital, we should make the assumption that company has passed the necessary resolution to increase the authorized capital. So I'll write it later. Shall I keep it on hold till the end? I'll write notes to accounts. I'll write authorized capital as heading, but I won't write amount. Then quickly come to the issued and subscribed capital. 2,70,000 equity shares of rupees 27 lakh was there. Take your calculator and type 27 lakh minus. Did you type 27 lakh minus 27 lakh in your calculator? Yes, sir. Come to the journal entry. In the first journal entry, there is no share capital. The second journal entry, your share capital 10,80,000. 2 minus 10,80,000. How much will it become? 37,80,000. Because there was previously 2,70,000 shares. You have now issued 1,08,000 shares. You will have 3,78,000 shares of rupees 10 each. 37,80,000. Observe, authorized capital, I'll give little space to write it later. Then I'll write issued and subscribed capital. 3,78,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 37,80,000. Out of this, 1,08,000 shares are issued for non-cash consideration by way of bonus. I have to make necessary disclosure and I have made necessary disclosure. Understood? Then come to the next item here. We have 2,40,000 preference shares. Did it touch preference shares? Right as it is. 24,000 10% preference shares of rupees 10 each. 24,000 10% preference shares of rupees 10 each, 2,40,000. Got it? Together it comes to how much? 39, 40 lakh 20. Am I right? Let me post 40 lakh 20 here as share capital in balance sheet extract. Did you get it? Come back to next item. Share capital over reserves. General reserve 3 lakh 60 was there. We utilized full 3 lakh 60. Capital redemption reserve 1 lakh 20 was there. We utilized full 1 lakh 20. Security premium 75,000 was there. We utilized full 75. Sir, how do you say? See here. General reserve 360 full utilized. Security premium 75 full utilized. CRR 1 lakh 20 full utilized. So I would write the same in my reserves and surplus. In my reserves and surplus, starting with general reserve 360, utilized full 360, balance 0. Then CRR 1 lakh 20 was there, utilized full 120, balance 0. Then security premium 75, utilized full 75, balance 0. Only balance that is left is PL. It was there to the extent of 6 lakh. I did not utilize full 6 lakh. Let me write here P&L 6 lakh. Understood? See here, how much of my 6 lakh have I utilized? See, these three though gone, no. P&L I have utilized only 5 lakh 25. How much did I utilize in P&L? Out of 6 lakh, when I utilize 5 lakh 25, still 75,000 is remaining. I would have to write here less bonus 5 lakh 25, 75,000 still remaining. That appears as total. Understood? Other reserves have become 0. I would write 75,000 of reserves and surplus in my extract of balance sheet. After I finish 75,000 reserves and surplus, what is left in the balance sheet? Nothing here. Everything else is posted. Only thing that I should write is authorized capital. See, there is no problem with authorized capital of preference shares. Equity, it is 3 lakh. But we have share capital of 3 lakh 78. So we'll assume that they've made necessary arrangements in increasing their authorized capital. They've amended their articles, they've passed necessary resolution, they've paid the filing fees, also the request with registrar. 3,78,000 and preference shares I'll write same 25,000, equity shares of 10 is 2,50,000. That's it, guys. I have successfully finished my notes to accounts for share capital, notes to accounts for reserves and surplus, balance sheet extract, and my journal entries for issue of bonus shares.